Hey guys, Steven from Zugme. We're going to talk about this new Jimny a little bit and what it is and why it's so special and some of the stuff I don't like about it. This is 1996 Suzuki Jimny Sierra ELK edition. So the Sierra came with wider axles. You can see the fenders, wheels stick out a little bit. They originally came with a fender flare, color match fender flare, and a running board along the side. A lot of people take them off, and then because you take them off, the fender actually came down a little bit farther. But when you take the bumpers off, they look weird, so they take those off. We're gonna run up to Wake Forest here next weekend and pick up some more fender flares for this one and potentially some for the other Jimny, and take those bushwhacker over fenders off, and hopefully they'll look a little bit better. Other things a little bit different. It's newer, so the side markers got moved back. I do have some of the Jimny ones that say Jimny on them. I'll replace those. And the engine is different. Engine and axles are pretty mega different. Suspension is different. We'll show you that here in a minute. Let's open this up. So this is a G13BB, which is a 16 valve 1.3 liter. Fuel injected, air conditioning, power steering. Let's see if you can see. Power steering is that box down there underneath. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but already built in. It runs great, looks fantastic. It rides awesome on the road. I'm going to show you why. So these things came with coil suspension. A lot of people don't like these. They think you can't lift them, you can't do a whole bunch to them, hard to find parts, all that happy stuff. You can see still straight axle, has these locating control arms for the axle, so it sits where it's supposed to. It's a coil over in the front, separate coil spring and shock in the back with the same arms holding the axle. I don't know why everybody has such a hard time trying to find parts for these things. I found full lift kits with new arms and everything. They're a little expensive, like 1,500 bucks or whatever. And then shipping from Japan would be relatively expensive, but I'll probably get one so we can put some bigger tires on. I don't like these little tires. Let's talk about a few of the things I don't like, right? First thing I don't like, this grill. I hate this grill. I think a lot of people think they look like Jeep grills. They're supposed to be like, oh, it looks like a Jeep, but if you go back to the old Jimnys from the 70s, the LJs, they had straight lines like that. They had Suzuki written at the top of it, but I think people just followed along with that. They just kept up with, you know, trying to be like an old LJ because everybody loved those things so much. Some other things I don't like. Not a huge fan of these seats. They are super clean. There's no rips or tears. They're not tore up. They're very, very, very nice condition seats. But I'm a big guy, and they're not super comfortable. So I ordered some stuff from Myron at Zook's Off-Road. I talked to him a little bit about some of his products, and I think we're gonna try the Town and Country seats. We'll see how it works. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I'm gonna buy 4. I'm gonna try to do 2 in the back also, hopefully without tearing up the Jimny at all. Just keep the nice carpet and see if we can get them to fold forward still, but I'll let you know how that goes. I also like how these the instrument cluster is. They don't have that square. My kid put it together in 3rd grade, plastic, you know, thing that comes out that holds your speedometer and tachometer and whatever else is in there. I like these dashes a lot more. They're just nice. They look more like a real car, like a modern car or whatever you want to talk about it. Love the steering wheel. It's a Momo Dark Fighter. Momo Fighter. So the Dark Fighter is a darker grain wood. I think I'm going to find a Dark Fighter if I can for the other Jimny. This radio is Japanese, so it doesn't do me a whole lot of good. They don't have FM stations like we do here. They're a little bit different, so we don't get, it doesn't tune to the stations that you want to listen to, so I'll have to replace that. It does have those weird speakers that you see in all the other K cars, those little boombox speakers they got in the back there on both sides. Yeah, we're gonna probably get rid of those too, make it look a little nicer. Everything else pretty much the same. It's got a cool spare tire holder. We're gonna keep that. I don't know what we're. It does have a tire in it. That's pretty clean, so maybe we just keep it as a spare. But back of the seats, back door is pretty nice. The defrost does work in the back. Third brake light does work. There's a little clunk when we go around, when we go over little bumps or whatever. I think it is something to do with this. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'll let you know what that is too. It's kind of annoying. This mirror has to go. I don't like it. It just looks funny, but it does have a regular mirror, so it doesn't, it's not like I'm using it and it irritates me or bothers me like it's doing something, but it just doesn't, what is it doing exactly? It's supposed to be a spot mirror for the thing, but you can tell the mirror's garbage. It's just a piece of trash, so I think I'll probably just unbolt it, or I don't know, maybe it comes out of there and I can leave the bracket. I don't know. Wipers don't work at all. Washer fluid doesn't work. I thought it was maybe a fuse or something, but all the fuses were good, so I'm gonna try to chase that down. That'll probably be the first big project, is trying to get the wipers working. That's kind of important, especially where we live. It's always raining. I think that's it. I don't have, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll talk about it more. This is a special one for me, because it's so nice to ride on the road, plus it's capable. So we'll probably order that lift kit and fender flares, wheels. I don't know if I show you guys these wheels, but somebody tried to paint them black. They're aluminum. I do like the style of the wheel. I don't know that they need to be aluminum, so I'm kind of looking for a steel set that's the same, maybe a little bit wider, like an 8-inch wide set. I think they used to be called Outlaws back in the day. I don't know, old Jeeps used to have them or whatever. But it looks exactly the same, but it's made out of steel instead of aluminum. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys next weekend.